Good morning, Year 1. Today we're going to do some literacy. Can you remember what we're going to be doing today? There's a clue on my board. Hopefully that might help you. That's right, today we're going to be writing a letter, and we're going to be writing a letter back to Old Bear. Now, as he was so kind to send us one, it would only be fair for us to do the same. So our learning objective for today is to write a letter to Old Bear, and to be able to do this, we need to remember what Old Bear said to us. We need to decide what you would like to say, and then you're going to use your phonics to write your letter. So that's our lesson for today, and we're going to think about, what did Old Bear say to us? How do you think we could remember what he said? That's right, I'm going to read you Old Bear's letter again. And while I'm reading it to you, I'd like you to have a think about the things that he said to us and have a think about how we might reply to him. So have you got your listening ears ready? Brilliant. So here we go. So it says, "Dear Year 1, it has been such a long time since I last saw you, but I do hope you haven't forgotten me. I have been locked in this attic for several months now. It is quiet and peaceful up here, away from the children. But to be honest, I am beginning to feel a bit lonely. It is very dark up here, and I am a little frightened. I realise it is a lot to ask, but please could someone rescue me? I think I would like to come home now. Yours hopefully, Old Bear." And of course, this is Old Bear that is stuck in the attic at Chawson. So he's up in the attic all alone and he's all by himself. So we need to send him a letter back to hopefully cheer him up. So maybe you had a chance to have a think yesterday about what you would like to say back to Old Bear. And I've got a few ideas for you. So perhaps you would like to make him feel better. Perhaps you'd like to say something that might make him feel a little bit less scared. Perhaps make him feel that he knows he's loved. So you might say, "I miss you," because I'm sure he would like to know that he's being missed. Perhaps you came up with an idea of how you could rescue him. So you might say, "I am going to rescue you," and then tell him your plan to rescue him. Again, you might say something similar and say, "I will save you." And of course, there's the words, "don't worry." And when someone says, "don't worry" to us, it makes us feel a little bit less scared. And I'm sure Old Bear would like to hear that from us at the moment. You might also like to ask him some questions. So of course, when we're asking a question, we need a question mark. So you might say, "Are you bored?" And perhaps you could think of something that might make him feel less bored. Perhaps you might make him a game or send him something up to the attic so he feels a little bit more excited. Perhaps he's just feeling really bored, feeling really down, and he needs something to make him feel happy. Perhaps you might ask him if he is scared. Hopefully he's not too scared. I'm sure there are lots of spiders up there, and I don't know if Old Bear likes spiders very much. Maybe you might ask him if he's hungry. Now, I know a very famous bear that loves eating marmalade sandwiches, so perhaps you could think of something you might like to send Old Bear. Maybe some sandwiches, perhaps some biscuits. I wonder what bears like to eat. And of course you could ask him if he is cold. And if he is cold, what could you give him to make him feel a little bit less cold? Perhaps you could send him a hot water bottle. Maybe you could send him a nice furry blanket, something fluffy and soft. So there's some ideas for you, so have a little think, and then we're going to have a go at writing one together, and then you're going to go off and write your own letter. Now, there are some things that we can remember, or would like to help us remember, should I say. So I'll stick those up here. So of course, we are going to be writing it to Old Bear, so we need the word dear. Hopefully you can see the ones at the bottom. There we go. And we also want to say his name, which of course is Old Bear, and that's both parts of his name, so he needs capital letters. You might say because, and because is a very big word, but it just explains something. So instead of just saying, "I am going to rescue you," you might say, "I am going to rescue you because I know you're feeling very lonely. And then always the things we always put in our writing, so capital letters, finger spaces, full stops. We're going to check it makes sense. And of course, if you choose to ask him a question, and then an exclamation mark, perhaps if you're excited about something you're going to tell him, or if you're going to rescue him, that's a good place to put an exclamation mark. So we're going to have a think together. What would we like to say to Old Bear? Why? How are we going to cheer him up? I know when I receive letters, they always make me smile. So let's hope we can make Old Bear smile as well. Nearly called him Big Bear there. I'm thinking of Can't You Sleep, Little Bear? So here we go then. We're going to write dear. Old Bear. Now he said that he is feeling a bit lonely and sad and it's very quiet up there. So what could we say back to him first, do you think? Do you think we could tell him that we were really missing him as well? I think that's a good way to start it, isn't it? So, dear Old Bear, I am really missing you too. Into the sentence, I'm going to put full stop. So what else could we say to him? So we're really missing him. We know he's feeling really lonely. So what else could we say? Could we ask him a question perhaps? Maybe we could say, are you hungry? Because we know that if you're all up there on your own and you haven't got much to do and you haven't got lots of things to eat, you might be feeling hungry. And it's a question, so we're going to put a question mark, well done. So are you hungry? So what could we give Old Bear to make him feel a little less hungry? Perhaps we could send him something. What might you send him? I think I'm going to send him some jam sandwiches. I'm going to say, I will send, I'm sounding out these words, you some jam sandwiches, which is a long word, so you have to sound that one out. It's a bit of squishing me there. So I will send you some jam sandwiches. And why might I do that? Do you think it would make him smile? So perhaps I could say, to make you smile. Full stop. Now, what else could I say to him? We've talked about the fact that he wants us to rescue him. So are you feeling confident that you think you could rescue Old Bear? I think I am. So I'm going to say to him, I am going to rescue you, Old Bear. I'm going to say his name again. I'm going to rescue you, Old Bear. I'm going to put an exclamation mark because that's rather exciting, isn't it? I'm going to go and rescue him. So hopefully that makes him feel really happy. And I'm going to tell him how I'm going to rescue him. So I've been having a little think and I thought perhaps I could use a trampoline to bounce up to the attic and to go and rescue Old Bear. But I must be careful when I'm doing that. So I will use my trampoline to jump up into the attic to get you out. Full stop. Now, I know he's probably feeling a little bit sad, so to finish off my letter, I'm going to tell him to keep smiling. Exclamation mark. And then I'm going to say, because I want him to know that I've sent him this letter, so what would I put at the end of my letter? Very good. I'm going to say, love. It's a bit tricky to write from up here. Tilt the board a bit. Love from Miss. Yours will be much neater than mine because you can hold yours nice and still. Miss Gardner. I'm going to give him some kisses there. So let's read it through together, and while I'm reading it with you, have a think about what you are going to say in your letter. Are you going to say something similar? Are you going to tell Old Bear that you're going to rescue him? Are you going to tell him you're going to send him some food? So have a little think. So, dear Old Bear, I'm really missing you too. Are you hungry? Question mark. I will send you some jam sandwiches to make you smile. I am going to rescue you, Old Bear. I will use my trampoline to jump up into the attic to get you out. Keep smiling. Love, Miss Gardner. So hopefully that letter is going to make Old Bear feel really excited when he gets his letter from me. But I think he's going to be more excited to get his letter from you. So make sure you do your best writing today. Don't forget all of these things. And I know he will be so excited to receive your letters. So have a good day, everybody. Don't forget to email us those letters so we can see your super writing and to find out if you're going to rescue Old Bear and how you might think about doing that. Think of the ways they thought of in this story. Have a great day. See you soon.